All right, folks, we are back. This is the WPA Players Championships. This is actually the Consolation event. Both of these players lost in the first round of our single elimination stage 2 finale. For the 32 players that lost their first match, they were invited for a consolation event, also with a cash prize. We've got Jung-Lin Chang from Chinese Taipei versus Alex Kazakis representing Greece. This is a race to 5 alternate break 9-ball format. 1 ball being racked on the spot, the 9 in the middle. The other 7 balls do not matter as far as position. There's a 3-point rule on the break. 3 balls must either be pocketed or cross the head string, or any combination of the 2. The 3-foul rule is also in effect. If a player fouls 3 times in a row consecutively in one game, they lose that game. And we are playing all ball fouls. So should a player's clothing or hair or anything brush up against an object ball or cue ball, it will be ball in hand for their opponent. I'm joined in the booth by my good buddy Jason Kane. Jason, how are you, pal?
Okay, buddy.
Good to have you back.
Thank you. I had a little fish and chips and a cup of tea.
Attaboy.
While I was on my timeout. Chang Jung-Lin, number 2 player in the world, according to Fargo. He's an 8-1-8, 8-18 versus Alex Kazakis. He's a 7-9-3 on a Fargo. So 2 of the best players in the world here.
Chang won the lag and was awarded the break. However,
made 2 balls, 3 balls, 2 balls. Made 2 balls. You can see the edge of the 1.
I do not believe a ball crossed the head string.
Oh.
Neither player realizes it.
He's shooting quickly.
I do not believe that that was a legal break. He did pocket 2, but a 3rd ball didn't cross the head string. Both players may have noticed. Alex may have quickly just said, go ahead. It wasn't a good shot on offer, but my assumption is that both players didn't realize. Regardless, we'll get to see our first opportunity with Alex Kazakis today. Finished 2nd place, runner-up in the World Pool Masters. In a heartbreak, Hill lost to David Al-Khadi. Came with one of the greater bank shots on the 9-ball at the best time.
In that final game, Alex Kazakis could have taken the bank on the 9 himself.
He could have.
And instead he opted to play safe, leaving Al-Khadi a long bank, and he fired it in for the title.
He did. And that was under a stop clock, too. I remember time was ticking down as he fired that ball. It was pretty incredible. So first shot for Alex. Breaking out the short cue. Jumping at this 1.
Oh. That can happen when the object ball is close to the rail. That is not a good start. 5 balls in a somewhat awkward position, maybe. He should be able to get that, though, shouldn't he, if he's over by where the 2-7 is now?
Yeah.
The cue ball later.
I think he'll be okay. It is a little bit awkward with the 9 lane where it is. This is, according to Fargo, statistically the 2nd best player in the world. So if anyone can figure it out, should be this gentleman.
Chang Jung-Lin lost his first match to Maxime Dudenets, 7-4.
Maxim got him, that's right. That's a massive win for anyone, but Maxim's certainly the underdog in that match, but in these alternate break races to 5 and races to 7 that we've been seeing, anything can happen.
Ben and I have been here throughout the qualifiers as well, 4 days of qualifiers. And this player, Jung-Lin Chang, was here for the whole qualifiers, even though he didn't need to qualify, and he's been practicing non-stop every day and watching matches. I think out of all the players in the main tournament, he was here the longest.
Yeah, he's been here more than anybody.
Well, other than probably the qualifier people.
True.
They had
True.
more table time, maybe.
Yes, for this event, we had 48 players that were hand-selected by the WPA and member federations. We also brought up 16 players from qualifiers. First 4 days of this event were 4 qualifier events. Top 4 finishers each day were invited to stage 2. We brought up 16 players, making it a full field at 64 players. It is single elimination. Like we said, these 2 players lost their very first match in stage 2. This is the consolation event. Still a decent chunk of money to be won, $1,500 for first place in the second chance consolation event.
He's made a ball, and it's legal. 2 balls went over or more. Looking like a safety here, I think.
Got to see Alex's debut this year at the Moscone Cup. Last year, excuse me. 2018.
Could send the cue ball behind the 7-8. 1 ball, 2 rails down table is one of the options. There's many options here, though. Oh.
Very nice.
Yeah, he was always looking at the cut shot, actually. We thought it was, well, I thought it was much tougher.
Back cut that beautifully.
I suppose he's had enough of the ducking after that World Pool Masters.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to take my chances now.
As my favorite commentator, the late, great Sid Waddell said, as a giraffe would say, if you want to get the leaves, you've got to stick your neck out.
Haven't heard that one.
Sid Waddell was the best. Yeah, commentating pool and darts. So in this consolation tournament, it's a race to 5, and it's not win by 2. It's just a normal race to 5.
That's correct. Your stage 2 are races to 7, win by 2. But as far as the qualifiers and the consolation event are concerned, it's a straight race to 5. Every rack is crucial. Matter of fact, I think that's Alex's World Pool Masters shirt right there.
Yes, it is.
Maybe it'll bring him a little bit better luck here in Las Vegas. Both players also playing in the U.S. Open next week, 256 player field. Alex looking really good. Beautiful, beautiful break and run. Tough opening shot. Puts it together very nicely and ties the scoreline up at 1 apiece. Jung-Lin Chang will be breaking off in rack number 3. Folks, we are coming to you live from Griff's Billiards here in Las Vegas. About a mile and a half, 2 miles away from the beautiful Strip. This event is sponsored by Andy 988 Cloth, How Tips, H-O-W. Check them out on Facebook. Predator Cues the official cue of CueSports International. Also want to thank Master Billiard Chalk and Cyclop Hyperion Pool Balls for their support of this event. We're playing on 4.5 by 9-foot diamond tables. This event is being produced by CSI and brought to you by the WPA, the World Pool Billiard Association.
Chang Jung-Lin was a 2012 WPA World 8-ball champion. Our very own Carl Boyers was a 2010
Who?
WPA 8-ball champion.
Carl who?
Yeah, Carl Boyers.
I don't know that guy. Myself, Carl, and Jason, we've been having a really good time commentating these matches for you folks, making sure we have some fun with ourselves as well here.
He's tilted his rack a little bit, if you notice here. Wing ball winner.
Don't know if that was by design or not, but yeah, I did happen to notice that the rack was slightly tilted there. Wing ball fired straight in the hole.
Mentioning Carl Boyers, when Carl was 12 years old, he was in his local youth club taking ballet lessons when he saw a pool table in the background, and he thought, I'll have a go at that instead. And he never looked back.
Oh my. Ballet lessons, huh? Maybe we can get him to put on an exhibition of his own for us.
He did say if any player takes a timeout during a match, he will sing, and he's not joking, he will sing a song for everyone. So we're looking forward, every time they get to 7 games or so, we want them to take a timeout so we can hear Carl sing. That wasn't a miss, that was a elected safety shot there.
Oh, that was safety all the way. Yeah, he didn't want to pocket that one. He knew gaining position on the 3 ball was nearly impossible. Much higher percentage to play a safety.
It wasn't a very good safety, though, for his standards.
No, I believe he was trying to gain some cover behind the 5 and the 9. He's got 8 feet of distance, and he's left the cue ball on the rail for the most part. It's not an easy shot for Alex, but like you said, Chang would have liked to ensure that he couldn't see any of that ball. I could see a similar safety attempt here.
Well, that's going to work out.
That was a useful nudge. Nice and helpful to have some friends down table to hide behind. Excellent hit from Jung-Lin Chang there. I think we're going to see another safety from Alex Kazakis here. He's got a few different safety options. I'm not even going to attempt to predict. As we've seen throughout the duration of this event, players tend to prove us wrong, me especially. So we will see how he handles this. Playing the 4-rail safety. A little bit more travel on both balls.
That's a strange shot.
I think the cue ball got away from him there. He could have left it behind the 5 and 9 and still had the 1 in the same position. I think he got a little bit of unwanted spin on that cue ball. I also feel that there was an easier safety opportunity on offer rather than that 4-rail, but there is a reason why I am in the commentary booth and he is out there playing with the best in the world.
This is going to be most likely a simple safety. 1 ball up and down, cue ball on top rail behind a 3, 1 ball on the bottom rail near the 9 kind of thing. I mean, that's how the snooker players play. Let's see. the snooker players at the embassy playing snooker. Well, he's gone straight in the pocket. Well, there you go. Snooker's the way to go, ladies and gentlemen.
So Chang won't mind this. Opportunity with ball in hand. Take an early lead. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, though. As we've seen, anything can happen. I believe the 4 to the 5 is kind of the key shot in this rack. Getting from the 5 to the 7, it really doesn't matter which side of the 5 he lands on. He's got fairly built-in position for that 7. Let's overrun this a little bit. Would have liked to come about 4 or 5 inches shorter just to give himself a little more angle. He can still work with this. Just draw it straight back toward him. Very nicely done. I'll be pocketing this in our lower right with some low right hand spin, coming 2 rails back above the 7, I believe. Oh no, he just went the 1 rail route.
I was mentioning earlier about Carl Boyers taking those ballet lessons when he was younger. And he's also trying to keep slim now. He's having a nice salad for lunch, and he'll be back in the booth for the next match.
I think Chang's going to be comboing here. I was a little bit fooled throughout the course of this rack. I thought the 7 passed.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that. I didn't want to say anything, but I couldn't tell. Now we can tell.
And now the key is going to be controlling the 7 ball after contact with the 8.
He's missed it.
Unexpected miss from Chang.
He looked up. Did someone move or something?
Gives a golden opportunity.
Where he was shooting towards, everyone's going in and out of the door. Maybe someone caught his eye. I don't know. A lot of people here. You don't see amateur players play position like that normally when I play league. They don't normally go forward 2 rails like that. We're hitting bottom.
Oh, I must be professional then.
Well, yeah, you are. 2-1 Kazakis. He just broke serve there as well. And that's very important in such a short match, race to 5. Who's the next match? Ben.
Give me 1 moment, I'll find out for you. Just a second.
We have another match coming up. Don't ask Tim and I, we don't know what time it is. I think it's 4 is the next match. 1, 2, 12, 2. 4 p.m. match coming up. Ben's gonna have a look. It's Jason Shaw against someone.
Jason Shaw against Kevin Chang.
Oh, Kevin Chang again. The safety specialist.
Yeah, we saw him with a nice win earlier today.
And you can see this rack isn't tilted. It looks dead straight.
Keep your eyes on that blue 2 ball straight in the hole. Excuse me. 8 ball drops as well. Beautiful break for Alex here. Rack number 4 looking good for Mr. Kazakis. Everything ties together pretty well. No clusters. Everything's got a pocket. It would take a mistake here not to run these out. Dare I say, I feel like I could potentially run these balls.
Even me. I was here last night after the matches ended. A lot of the players stay and are practicing for the next day because the tables open up. None other than the #1 player in the world, Jung-Lin Chang, was here. And she's been here watching matches, and anytime a table opens up, she gets on them and practices for the US Open. And I was lucky enough to play a game, and I beat her using a house cue. She was very nice to let me play her one game. Probably let me win.
And just like that, Jason Kane lost all of his future action, folks.
She she'd been working very hard on her break for the US Open, and Shane Van Boning was helping her for not like 5 minutes, for an hour or more, just on a break and making a ball on the side and playing position for the 2-ball. And he was so helpful. And I said, "Oh, it's so nice of you to do that." And he said, "Yeah, I'm happy to help." So that's the #1 female player in the world and the #1 male player in the world at the pool hall here.
That's
working with, working together.
That's powerful. Imagine those two in a Jack and Jill Scotch tournament. Forget it. Everybody else is fighting for second.
We had time to talk about something else because Alex was on a simple out here. We didn't think he was on a miss.
Alex looking really good here to keep the lead, extend the lead, I should say. I believe Alex is the #2 player in the world as far as the WPA rankings or Euro Tour rankings. I heard he was world #2. Against the world Fargo #2. So we're getting all we can ask for here. Excellent display from Alex so far. Leading 3-1, Chang breaking in rack #4.
That was a break and run there by Alex. Let's see.
That's his second break and run.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, he had that drastic back cut on the 1 ball to start his last run out.
I want to see if this rack's tilted, if we get the other view. Heads on, head up. Well, we won't know.
We'll keep an eye on the 2 ball again, see if that one disappeared, and it did.
Made 2 balls, nearly got kicked in, but didn't. Tough shot on a 1.
It's the only good news for Alex right now.
3-1 down on the Consolation tournament. Get up there and fire that 1-8 in.
And just like that, Jason Kane got his action back.
Watch this. He doesn't give this a good old whack. Don't think.
I don't know, Jason.
No, he shouldn't do it, but come on, what are you going to do? Just give it a go.
What are you going to play safe is what you're going to do.
No.
Trailing 3-1, you send a flyer out there and sell out. You're all of a sudden you're
#2 in the world, man. It's got to be. Come on, fire this in. No, you don't think.
The building is filling up, folks. We got a packed house here at Griff's. I think that was a little smarter of a shot than flying at the 1-8 combination, Mr. Kane.
We'll see after this shot. Kick, lock up safety behind the 7. Could be 4-1 down. Wow.
Well, he didn't stick it, but he was fortunate.
He hit that at such an odd speed.
Yeah, that cue ball was always going to keep rolling at that speed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Expected him to kind of dig at it a little bit, more or less putting draw on the ball, kind of killing it after contact. Regardless, he's turned out pretty good here.
It's a safety, isn't it? I don't think he can kick it in.
No, yeah, I think he's just trying to draw the cue right behind the 4.
Oh, he came out as well.
Came out a lot.
He's not having a good match, Chang. Dejected, walking back to his seat.
I couldn't tell you the exact date or format because I'm not 100% entirely sure, but word on the social media web is that Mr. Chang and Mr. Van Boning have a healthy cash match coming up here at some point in the near future. Would love to watch that match.
Chang lost in the final of the US Open 9-ball championship in 2016 to Shane. Meanwhile, Kazakis looking to go up 4-1 here. Be breaking on the hill. I will bet you my signed Carl Boyer's cue ball that he's out here. And you can put up 25 cents against it. Would you like to bet?
Sold.
Okay, let's see what happens. Come on, Kazakis, you're killing me. Don't do it.
Follow it in. No. I'm not going to root against anybody.
There's no way he's not going to get out here.
I don't have to post up, do I? You're going to meet me in the parking lot?
No, it's okay. I really don't want to. I don't want to lose that cue ball.
I want to lose that quarter. Tell you what, if for some reason Alex does fail to get out here, you can keep your cue ball. I got one with me.
You get Carl?
I'll get Ballet Boys to sign.
Carl Ballet Boys. The Beast of Blackpool. I got to be very careful because anytime I have a little laugh with Carl, he gets me back double. So he's sitting behind us thinking.
Yeah, he's a witty one. Ooh. 8-ball wipes its feet. Still deposits with no problems.
I'm saved. 4-1, Kazakis on the hill, breaking, looking like it's going to be all over.
Yep, Chang's got his work cut out for him now. He may not even get an opportunity back at the table. Kazakis is on the hill and breaking.
Two ball isn't at the back this time. Lost the cue ball, but it helped kick the one in. Wow, that was... Those balls didn't open up too well. A miss hit. He could have also slugged himself a little bit there.
A little bit.
Can't tell if he can kick this 6 combo in. Don't think so. No, he's maybe looking to push out here.
Yeah, I think the push is probably a more logical shot. Kazakis doesn't need to take anything risky at this point. He's got a nice healthy lead and he's in control at the moment.
He is pushing out.
I'm not sure what I would do here if I were Chang.
I'll give it back, I think.
I think so. And he has elected to do just that, putting Alex back in. So we'll see what Alex had in mind with this push shot. Maybe he was just kind of banking on Chang taking it on. He might be able to just roll up and push up on the 2 and just make a mess of the 2, 3. If he's to strike this 2 ball with any pace, he's going to clear that three ball problem situation. See what he does here.
He's made it.
Wow.
I thought he made it for a second.
Looked like he did.
Meanwhile, this could be it. If he gets 2 to 3, gets on that 4 ball, it's going to be a good night. Can't lose another game, obviously.
Ball must obviously play to the right-hand side pocket. That's the window he's left himself. He'll be drawing this back to the short side of the 5, I do believe. Rolling it forward will just kind of keep him behind the 7. If he draws straight back, he can get a more natural angle on the 5 to travel forward position on the 6.
Underhit it a little bit.
He's underhit it, absolutely, by about 2-3 inches. So he could go with a little bit of a kill stroke here, try to hold it. I personally would just go up and down. Head rail, foot rail, come right up, back up towards center table. Just like that.
Hit that nice. It's drawing back for the 8 ball in the same pocket, I think.
Nicely done.
Swing it around 2 rails. Maybe hit the 3rd rail for the 9 in the corner pocket near where he's standing. perfect.
Doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Staying alive, down 2-4.
And breaking. So Chang clawing back, showing some life. Opportunity here. If he should break and run, he'll be within one. Alex Kazakis leading by a score of 4-2. We are coming to you live from Griff's Billiards here in lovely Las Vegas. This event has been sponsored by How Tips, Andy Cloth, Diamond Billiard Products, Cyclop Pool Balls, Master Billiard Chalk, Predator Cues, Rio Hotel and Casino. And of course, a big thank you. Produced by CSI and brought to you by the WPA, World Pool Billiard Association. Chain to break, rack 7.
9 balls heading towards a pocket, doesn't go in.
Wing ball down.
1 ball safe. Oh, interesting game with a 2-9 there.
Yes, it is. The 9 ball does count on the break. I'm not sure if we talked about that prior to the match beginning. Anywhere. All 6 pockets. If you break, you make the 9. Provided it's a legal break, you win the game.
Chang made 2 balls.
Chang looking very stoic, doing some studying.
Maybe push the 9 ball in here. Play push the 9 in.
Not a bad shot. What do you do after? Where do you leave the cue ball?
Just leave them kind of like, you know.
Stop shot, just leave it there?
Yeah, just over there so you can see the 1, the same kind of thing, a safety, you know, that kind of thing. Because this safety is not easy.
The safety's not, but if he was to pocket that 9, which I see why, get it out of the way for the 2-9 combination for your opponent, I just wonder, what do you do if your opponent passes it back to you?
Similar kind of shot, but at least a 9 won't be hanging. You'll still have a tough shot. Some kind of safety, simple safety. Oh, we're going to find out. It looks like he's going to take it on.
You're going to thin the right side of this and try to play the 9 ball with the cue ball?
Could do. He could do.
I think that's what he was. I think he had that shot on his mind. However, if that edge of that 1 ball is exposed, even from this angle, it's kind of tough to see. If that 1-5 combination is on offer, Alex will attack, knowing that the game and the match are potentially 3 shots away. So Alex, not a big fan of it. He hasn't gotten down to even address it yet, so I don't believe he can see enough of that 1 to play the combination. He's shaking his head. He doesn't like it.
Looking at a kick safe somehow. Just jump the edge and fire that thin cut in. It's a consolation tournament. Let's have a laugh. You're only on live pay-per-view.
Right.
I mean, when a player takes this long, it's obviously a very tough situation he's in.
I don't think I'm going to have you play on my money, Jason. Talking about jumping the edge of that 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have hit it. I would have been shaking hands by now. You going for the 5? He's going for the 5. He was trying to play the billion on the 5. Cue ball. Oh, no. We got away with this, maybe. Now Billiard on the 5 as well. We
Can
don't
you
know.
see enough of the one to
I don't
Billiard
know.
it?
I don't know. Yeah, we don't know.
I think he's looking at
Thin combo. Or?
a thin combo, yeah, or possibly getting that one out of there. I don't know. Could also elect to bank the 1 and use the 3 and the 8 for coverage. Put the 1 on the left side rail. Take the cue ball to the right side rail. It's an option as well.
That's a Kevin Chang safety. Simple but effective.
And we saw excellent cue ball, some of the best cue ball control I've ever seen. That match with Kevin Chang earlier today.
He's playing Jason Shaw next. I tell you, Kevin Chang, if he can stop that cue ball, his break is the best I've seen here. He's making the ball a wing ball and getting position on a 1 every time, if he can stop the cue ball. Oh, could he be playing a cue ball 2 rails into the 9 here? If you can see that, enough
Again,
of that.
he could be again. Yeah, he tried that on his first shot.
Most likely selling out if you miss, because that 1's going to go most likely in a position where he can make it. Maybe he's completely hooked. We just can't tell. We're going to have to wait and see what he does, just like you guys at home. We're watching the same monitor, the same picture that you see. So we can't tell.
You know, for a moment, that thought crossed my mind. Will he grab a jump cue? And I didn't bring it up because we saw earlier Kazakis use a jump cue in a similar scenario when the object ball is close to a rail. And both the object ball and cue ball left the table there. I think this is only about a quarter ball jump, so he doesn't have to do too much with it.
Oof. He might got away with this. No. 1-9 combo. It makes it. It's all over.
Alex knows it.
There's a good angle. You can see what he has ahead of him.
Keeps making me think he's going to hit it. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Very important shot. Alex wants to get this over with. He has a great opportunity to do so right now. 9 ball a little bit out of the pocket, just a fraction, makes it a little bit of a tougher combination.
Made it.
Makes it with
Game
no
over.
problem. Alex Kazakis takes down Jung-Lin Chang by a score of 5-2. My name is Ben Sutherland. I've been joined alongside by my good buddy Jason Kane. We will have our next match in 20 minutes. Jason Shaw versus Kevin Chang. Thank you folks so much. We'll see you soon.